Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel, Luxury Low Nick YouTube channel. And today I wanted to give you guys, I know I've been absent a bit and just haven't really had a chance to record videos on stuff that I have been doing. Other stuff that then there's other scenarios that I didn't have much to really make good content with or whatever. But I figured now would be a good time to do a little update. There's good things going on and bad things going on right now. So we'll start off with the good. And this is just an up. So on the status of what's going on. For starters, the wagon is the good. It's still running good, still running strong. I've taken it to a G-Body car show yesterday, which I posted some footage of it on YouTube. I'm sorry. I posted on Facebook. I'm sorry. But, as of lately, it obviously still looks the same. I did do a few things. I don't know if I posted or not, or made videos of, but I did move the tachometer from the radio spot up onto the steering column like the old muscle cars did, and it's a better place for it because then it's a bit easier view, one. Number two, I added this pretty cool mahogany steering wheel, or wood, whatever, I don't guess mahogany, I don't know. But a nice cool steering wheel to go with the wood grain on it. I'm gonna probably try and do some stuff more to the interior soon, maybe over the winter, I don't know. Another thing I did recently, because it was starting to run hot, and it starts to rain now. Over here, I figured out the running problem, why it felt like I didn't have any balls. The kickdown cable was not hooked up, so I did in return, in all actuality, I clipped this fully into its bracket here, and then I bought the hardware to slide this clip onto the tab. So now the kickdown cable is hooked up. I relocated the spring from there to here, from there to over the front of the motor to there, so this way I still have a return spring and it won't get caught up in the kickdown cable and mess with that. Another thing I needed to do, because like I said, it was running hot, I put a brand new clutch, a heavy duty S10 clutch on the clutch fan, so that way it stays nice and cool. It was a fairly warm day yesterday, and it wasn't as hot as it was throughout the rest of the summer, but it fairly good 80 or so, whatever it was, degree day here in Connecticut. And it ran 160 all day. Didn't get hot, ran nice and cool, which was good, because I want this thing to run cool so it doesn't overheat or anything. But other than that, those are the only three things I really did so far, is replace the clutch from the clutch fan. I relocated the throttle return spring and hooked the kickdown cable up, and then, well, 4 if you count the tack, and I did the steering wheel on the tack. But other than that, that's pretty much all I've really got more done today, or not today, but over these past few weeks, months, or whatever, since the last video I uploaded. And there's going to be more to come. I am in the process of getting a little bit smaller low of a tire. These are 255 70s on the back. I'm going to replace them with 245 60s, which might give a little more stretch, so I can lower the back down just like that 1/2 inch, 1 inch that I want, to give it a little more tuck in the wheel well. And then I'm going to start looking into lowering for the front. I want to go 1 inch in the back and 1.5 inches in the front. And Wednesday, actually, the wagon will be getting dropped off for a new exhaust. So that being said, let me give it a quick start up now so you guys could hear it. And then we'll go from there. So once I'll upload a new exhaust video once I get that exhaust done. But here, I'll start this up for you guys and gals. It's pretty much that. I mean, I had the camera only about like 3 or 4 feet away from the car, but it does have the hooker headers, the hooker competition headers in it. I don't know what size these are. I think they're about 2-inch primaries, maybe inch and something small, or something like that, inch and 3/4. But it does have long tube headers, and then it has 2-inch exhaust from the header collector all the way to the mufflers, and then over the axles is all 2-inch. There is no cats on the car, and there's Thrush 2-chamber weld mufflers on the vehicle. But that's this old setup. What's going to be going on here is I'm still keeping the headers, the long tubes, and at the collectors is going to go mandrel bent 2.5 from the collectors to these Flowmaster mufflers I have in the house. I'll show you. These here are the Flowmaster 10 series mufflers that were on my Lincoln outside. These Flowmaster Super 10, they're actually the Super 10s, but these were on the Lincoln. Like I said, they're going on the wagon, and then I'm going to have these 2.5-inch tailpipes. They were full-length tailpipes off of a Monte Carlo SS, but I had trimmed them off to the side so that they can come out outside after the rear tire, instead of going out to the rear bumper. Because I wanted to keep this in the same location where it's at now instead of going all the way out. But this setup here, like I said, from the long tube headers, 2.5-inch all the way to those Flowmaster 10 series, and then over these 2.5-inch over the axle tailpipes out after the rear tire, it should be as loud as I want it to be. It will definitely be louder than it is now with the 2-inch exhaust and a 2-chamber muffler, but I'm sure I'll like it. It's going to be a good sound, and it's going to wake that car up nice, even though it's only a 305. And by no means am I trying to build a race car. I'm not looking to build something that's going to be a friggin' street king or something. I just want a nice cruiser that I can enjoy listening to the sound of the exhaust and enjoy driving, which I do. And that's only going to make more smiles on my face, bigger smiles on whatever, and I'm gonna enjoy the car more with the louder exhaust, and it'll breathe better. But yeah, that's that for that. But like I said, yeah, that is gonna be Wednesday. The exhaust is gonna be redone on this car, and once it's done, I will post another video with the new exhaust setup, so you guys could hear it again with the new exhaust setup. I do plan still to replace that Holley 600 carb with something, a new, better carb. Maybe another better Holley, new Holley, or an Edelbrock, I don't know yet. But that's pretty much that. And then for now, and that's probably going to be the end of it. I probably might even get to the carb this year, but the exhaust will definitely be done. I'm pretty much done with taking it to the shows for now, because I have other things I got to start saving money up for that are a bit more important, which is kind of personal reasons and things going on. But that's pretty much that for updates and where the wagon's at. I mean, through the winter, I'm going to try and do a little more to it, whatever I can. But as for that, on to the bad. As you all might know, the Lincoln has been in a couple accidents, which is why there's a few dents and I haven't been able to get the parts. Now I'm not going to be worried about getting parts for the car due to another circumstance. I mean, the Lincoln, I'm sorry. I don't know if I've said Lincoln. But anyway, the Lincoln for about 2.5 months now has had a really bad lean condition. And it's been due to a bad vacuum leak. And I could not find it, couldn't figure out what it was. I should have done the little carb cleaner or starter fluid, whatever test that you was spraying it around, and it would have found it sooner, but whatever. It is what it is. I had it down to a shop. They smoke tested it. They found the leak. It's leaking from the intake manifold gasket, the vacuum leak. And there's a chance, who knows, these cars are known for the plastic intake manifolds themselves cracking because they're plastic. And at that point, that being said, maybe it intake's good, maybe it's not, maybe it's cracked, maybe it's not and it's good, I don't know. But that needs to be fixed. And there was also an issue with, I guess, antifreeze and stuff, oil mixture or something crossing over or whatever. But there is a head gasket getting weak, in the process of getting weak or whatever it is. So it's roughly, it's pretty much enough work now to where it's like not worth fixing it. Just drive it until it dies. In the meantime, save up some money and try and find another town car. Maybe I'll go back to a Jeep Cherokee if I could ever find one that's not crazy priced, because people are ridiculous now wanting $5,000 for a lifted Cherokee with over 200,000 miles on it, and they're crazy. But anyway, it'd be if I could find a good deal on another town car, even a Grand Marquis or a Crown Victoria, be awesome. I could just swap all my stuff that's on this car over the exhaust that I did or had done. I did the back, changed the mufflers over. I could swap these the Crown Vic Sport wheels, these snowflake wheels with the Lincoln LSC center caps, swap those onto the next car. I got the stereo system with the subwoofer and all that. I could swap that onto the next car. But anyway, I got quoted on what the shop would have wanted to repair the car, the head gasket and the intake manifold gasket and all that, and they quoted me for $2,800, which at that point, it was definitely a deciding factor on what's going on the future for the car. I paid $2,200 for the car, and it was mint immaculate when I first got it, maintained. It was the original owners I got it from. And $2,200 I bought the car for, with 130 on it. It's got 146,000 on it now. And it's needs $2,800 worth of work just on the motor, but it still needs a new upper control arm on the driver's front. The driver's side upper control arm needs to be replaced because of the accident. Then I have to send it back out for an alignment. I still have to replace this fender. I still got to get the door and the quarter panel fixed. And at the end of the day, I still want to put coil springs in the car to raise it back up. And it definitely needs all 4 shocks, because all 4 of the shock absorbers are shot on the car. And after all that said and done, by the time I'm done putting all that money and that it all adds up, I could be into this car for $2,800 under the motor, in between the coil springs and shocks, the upper control arm, the alignment, and all the body work, I could have way more money tied up in this car that I doesn't need to be. It's cheaper to buy another one and call it a day. So sorry about that. I had to skip out that Amazon truck. That fucking backup alarm is loud as hell. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much that. So where I'm at right now is I'm just gonna drive it through the winter. If it makes it through the winter, good. Whatever. Bank some money together and try and find another one, or maybe get back into the Jeep Cherokees or a Grand Cherokee. And hopefully, if it comes down to it, if I have to and it dies before when we start getting into the winter and the snow months, maybe drive the wagon. I don't want to have to drive that in the snow and in the winter, but I'm hoping this will last, the Lincoln, so we will see. But it is what it is. That's so far, that's pretty much it, the update on that stuff, on the cars. This thing's going good, getting up, a little more upgrades. I think after the exhaust, like I said, that's pretty much going to be it. Maybe next year I'll save up getting the carburetor if I have the chance to. And the Lincoln is pretty much going to be driven till it dies, and maybe find another one, hopefully. But that's that. Because I can't do much right now. I am going to be moving probably pretty soon from this house. So I don't know what's going on with that yet. So that's pretty much my situation. So you probably might not get much more updates or videos and stuff for now. For a while till I can get stuff situated. But you will get an exhaust video from this once this setup is done. Like I said, Wednesday. It's supposed to, I got to drop it off Tuesday night. Wednesday they're going to do the exhaust, hopefully, and have it done Wednesday. I can pick it up. But you'll get that video, and then from there, if I do a little other things to this, maybe. But I'm pretty much going to be working as much as I can at my job and any overtime I can get, and banking some money. But I will be trying to upload as much as I can when I can for you guys. I still have the bumpers for this I want to swap over. Maybe I'll do a video swapping that over and other things. But unfortunately, the bad news, the Lincoln is going to be pretty much done for. It still runs good. It doesn't run great. It does sputter, and it does hesitate a little because of the vacuum leak. But the car still runs great. It is running strong. It's a good motor. It really, I mean, it sucks that it's going to be that expensive, and there's so much work to do to this car, unfortunately. But man, it might be worth it to somebody to buy it for parts. Like I said, it's only got 146,000 on it. There's definitely plenty of other good parts on the car. Good passenger fender, good trunk, bumpers. I mean, it sucks to be a parts car for this thing, but it is what it is. Good doors and all this stuff. I mean, the car is beautiful. It was mint. Showroom, always garaged before I got it, but it is what it is. Well, as for inside, last bit of the update, I sold a lot of the RCs off. I got rid of both of the crawlers. I do have a TRX4 2-speed locking diff TRX4 at the RC place here in one of the RC places here in CT, getting rebuilt. I got one and it needed a few other parts and whatnot, so they're in the process of finding stuff, upgrading some stuff for me, and that'll be back. Then I'll be doing some more stuff to that and mods and whatnot. I am currently, unfortunately, but I don't use it. I am going to be in the process later today trading my Red Cat 64 for another crawler. So you will get videos of that probably too, as well as whatever I can with the wagon. Being throughout the winter, there's not going to be much to do outside when it's cold and there's like 2 feet of snow on the ground. So whatever I can get done for videos will most likely be RC content during the winter. Maybe some stuff on the wagon. But this will be going bye-bye today. I'll be swapping this for another TRX4 that's really built. So I'll give you some introduction videos on that, and once I get it, as to what's going on with it, what it has done to it and whatnot, and hopefully some trail videos as well. But that's pretty much that. I know they said a quick video, but it turned out to be like 20 minutes and some change. But that's an update for you on everything pretty much. The RCs, I got rid of a lot of stuff, and I'm just trying to get back to the crawlers at least. I am trading that lowrider, RC lowrider, for another crawler. The Lincolns are gone pretty much, but I'm going to drive it till it dies, and then the wagon is still going, and that's pretty much that. But I'll keep you guys more posted up more as more comes along, and thank you guys for watching and subscribing. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe if you can, or if you like this kind of stuff. And I know my content's pretty much all over the place, but you know if you like the kind of stuff that I post, and it's helpful videos or whatever the case, or you like it, subscribe, hit the bell button, whatever, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.